Okay, Saturday afternoon. Welcome back to the shop. I know I'm not exactly in the shop. This is my office right beside the shop. I'm saying shop a lot, aren't I? I've been waiting all week to get back to shooting this so we can get this pen finished. I think I've got it figured out. I'm pretty sure I found a new process that's gonna work. I'm not gonna go with the burning. You notice the change in the title for this one, even though it's a part 2. Let's roll the intro and get into the shop and get to work. So before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about why I'm doing this project, who it's for, just in case you guys don't know who Peter McKinnon is. I also want to give a little bit of a background as to why I'm doing it. It's not all about gaining subscribers. It's not trying to capture his audience. He's got a completely different audience than I have. I'm more the maker, woodworker, pen turner type of audience. Peter's audience is all about videography and photography. But that's the point behind this. He gets a lot of questions. How do I do this? How do I make my channel better? How do I produce better videos? How can I be a better photographer? And I don't know that he ever really gets anybody that's just like, I don't need any questions, I've watched your videos, I've picked up a lot from them and I just want to say thanks. So that's what this is. It's just a pen to say thank you. I know a lot of us as pen turners, we do this, we create things, especially pens, and give them away to people. Now if you haven't watched Peter's channel, I implore you, go check him out. Go through his content. If you're looking to produce a higher quality or a higher caliber video, or if you want to produce better pictures, this is the guy that can show you how to do it. In just a few videos, I've actually pretty much been through about 90% of his content in the last week and a half, I think, 2 weeks now. I was able to pick up the tips that I've got people now commenting on my photos on my Instagram feed saying, wow, what an impressive picture. That's enough for me. I've got people that have told me that my videos are starting to look better. This is just my thank you to him, and I thought that it was a cool way of me to learn a new process and maybe see if I can take this a little bit further. Who knows, once this one's done, maybe I'll try and do my own logo in a pen. Alright, so I think I'm pretty much ready to move on. This is what I've got. I went ahead and used my pencil to actually just kind of define the lines a little better. The carbon paper worked great. It just wasn't dark enough so I can actually go in and see it. So we're gonna move on to the next step. I completely forgot that I had this little handheld Dremel tool, wireless. I'm hoping it's gonna do what I want it to do. So let's get digging into that so that we can get it carved out and then do a little bit of a fill on it. Yeah, I ended up breaking out the big guns. The little guy just wasn't cutting it. So with the added horsepower, I know it's not horsepower, I know the added voltage, amperage, speed, torque. So with the added power of this, I'm gonna go back to a really fine blade again, or a fine tip, see if I can finish this off. I tried to send a question out to Pete just to see if he would answer. I thought it was worth a try. See if I can get his favorite color off of him so I can fill this in. I don't know where it went. Here it is. So although it's not perfect, I think I got it pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna fill that in with some epoxy. I'm gonna pick a color. I don't know which color yet. Get it filled in. We'll get it put on the lathe, turned, sanded down, put my finish polish on it, and then press the pen together, and we should be done. Should have quit while I was ahead. So, some of my spots that I had that were carved out just weren't that deep, so I didn't get the epoxy down in there. I almost had it finished, took it off, went to press the pen together, thought, you know what, it's just a little off here. Put it back on the lathe, tried to turn it down a little bit, and went too far. So I'm not calling this a defeat. I'm gonna have to try it again at a different point. This one is going to get put in the Let's Try It Again file. We'll come back to it down the road. Sometimes that's just the way these projects go. Hopefully you learned something from this. I know I sure did. Now, if you're looking for a way to help support the channel, there's a few different ways you can do that. Number one, as always, hit the like button down below. If you're not a subscriber yet, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. Right now I put out videos every Monday. The third way you can help me out is by becoming a patron over at Patreon. There's a link down in the description. My support options start at $2 a month and go up from there. There's different rewards depending on which level you're at. Kind of named them cool, I think. They suit what I'm doing here, possibly. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we can kick this one next time and get it to work. I'm gonna keep working on carving stuff and just try and get a little bit better at it before I tackle something, those fine details again. All right, quick update.